So hello everyone, here we are again with our HR training course. So in this video I'll tell you about onboarding processes. So let's get started. So what is onboarding process? Onboarding is the process of integrating new employees into an organization and providing them with necessary tools, information and support to succeed in their roles. So, onboarding is the process of integrating new employees into your organization so that they can be familiar with their role, and also you have to provide them necessary tools, necessary information and support so that they can be succeed in their roles. So if we talk about onboarding means just integrate new employees into your organization so that they can be familiar with your organization. If they are not familiar with your organization, that they won't be able to do any work for you. So it is important to do their onboarding process. So now here are some steps in onboarding process. First one is pre-boarding. In pre-boarding, our first point is documentation. Complete necessary paperwork, contract, tax form before new hires first day. So you have to do their documentation. You have to complete necessary paperwork, contracts, what's their contracts, tax before the new hires first day. It is helpful for legality. It is helpful for you and your candidate also. Next point is communication. Send a welcome email with details about their first day, dress code and what to expect. So you have to send them a welcome email with detail about their first day, like what would be their dress code and what are you expecting from the employee. So let's move to our next step, which is orientation. In orientation, our first point is introduction to the company. You have to introduce your company to a candidate that you have hired. Provide an overview of the company's mission, values, culture and structure. So you have to provide an overview to the candidate what's your company's mission, values, culture and structure. It will be helpful for them to understand your company's mission, values, culture and structure. So our next point is office tour. Show them around the workplace including key areas like their workspace, break rooms and emergency exits. So you have to give them your office tour. Show them around the workplace. Where would they work? You have to show them. So let's move to our next step, which is role specific training, in which our first point is job overview. Explain the specific responsibilities, goals and expectation of their role. So you have to tell them what's their responsibilities, what's their roles and what are you expecting from their role. So our next point is tool and systems. Provide training on the software, tools and systems they will use in their job. So you also have to provide them training on the software, like what the software they will use in future, what the tools they will use in future. You have to provide them a training about that so that they will be able to do work for you. So let's move to our next step, which is mentorship and support, in which our first point is assign a buddy. Pair the new hire with an experienced colleague who can help them navigate their first few weeks. So you can also pair the new hire with an experienced colleague, and your employees don't feel any bad about your company. That's why it is important to pair the new hire with an experienced colleague who can help them to navigate their first few weeks. So our next point is regular check-ins. Schedule regular meetings with their manager to discuss progress and address any concern. So you have to schedule their regular meetings with their manager so that they can discuss about their progress and address, and if they have any concern they can discuss about it. So let's move to our next step, which is social integration, in which our first point is team introductions. So for team introductions, you have to arrange meetings or social events to help the new hire to get to know their teams and other colleagues. And it is important for a new hire to familiar with their team also. So our next point is company culture. Encourage participation in company activities, meetings and informal gatherings. So you have to encourage the new hire so that he can participate in company activities, company meetings and all the informal gatherings that are happening in your company. So let's move to our next step, which is ongoing development, in which our first point is continuous feedback. Provide constructive feedback and opportunities for learning and growth. So you have to provide constructive feedback about their work to the candidate so that he can also grow himself. So our next point is performance reviews. Schedule a formal review after the first few months to assess their integration and performance. So it is also important for you to schedule a formal review after the few months to assess their integration and performance, like they are working properly, they are happy with their work or not, are they facing any issues while doing their work or not. So if they are facing any issues, then you can also resolve their problem. A well structured onboarding process help new employees feel welcome, understand their role, and quickly become productive members of the team. So yeah, if you have a well structured onboarding process, it will help the new employees to feel welcome, understand their role, and quickly become productive member of the team. And he will be able to do good work for your organization, and he will become the productive member of your team. So in this video I have just told you about onboarding processes. In our next video we will discuss about diversity and inclusion in hiring. So make sure you connect with us so that you are not able to miss any update from us. Still, if you have any queries, you can reach out to our phone number. Also, you can check out our website. And if you want to go to our email, then you can go for our email also. Thank you for listening.